Okay, so in today's video about JasmyCoin, at first I'm going to give you an analysis from a zoom out point of view and tell you what is happening and why am I still absolutely bullish. And then we are going to go on some lower time frames and see what is going on in the short term and do we have potentially a bullish pattern in this area or not. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And before we start today's video, I have a question for you. So every now and then, because I'm not necessarily a YouTube person, I would like to check out some videos, for example, about JasmyCoin, generally about the alts that I'm making a video on them. And I would like to see what other people doing in order for me to get an idea and hopefully be able to improve my videos. And in about an hour ago, I checked a JasmyCoin technical analysis video. Well, I'm not really sure you can call it a technical analysis video because that person, despite having quite a bit of subscribers, just looked at a linear chart of JasmyCoin and he said, well, okay, maybe this is going to be a support area. And then the rest of the video basically was like a 4-minute rant. Now for me, that doesn't really matter. People can do whatever they want. The question is, why did their video got a lot of views? And I'm not saying this because I want to know what is happening in terms of YouTube algorithms. No, I would really like to know why a lot of people decided to watch their video. And if you know something that I don't, or maybe you have some criticism, definitely let me know in the comment section. I would really like to know where am I going wrong with my analysis and my videos, because I'm not really a YouTube person. In my personal life, I am an Elliott Wave teacher and a trader. So, you know, since I don't really have any solid knowledge of what is happening in YouTube, I would like to get your help. So if you have any suggestion, if you have any criticism, or let's say you believe that my videos are absolutely worthless, definitely let me know in the comment section. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about JasmyCoin and see what is happening. First, we are going to do an H1 time frame analysis. As you can see, if you're interested in channels, we cannot really argue that, for example, we are having in this area a falling wedge pattern. No, because now with this candlestick right in here, we can have a solid argument of JasmyCoin being in the last couple of months in a very classic descending channel. Now, is this a bearish pattern? It can be, but in my opinion, this is actually bullish because I believe this is a correctional structure and not an impulsive movement. Why do I say that? You see, if you want to say we are having an impulse, sure. In case of a 5-wave down, you can also draw a channel for it. Excuse me, let's just take this one. It can be, for example, something like this. There we go. However, usually and in most cases between wave 4 and 2, we're not really having overlapping of the waves. An impulse is basically a strong move on the down or maybe upside. However, if I just go on JasmyCoin's chart, okay, what is going on in here? As you can see, we are just constantly having overlapping of the waves between our pullbacks. So what's the idea? Because we are having overlapping of the waves, and since this whole move down, when you compare it to this move on the upside, is actually quite a weak move. I'm going to in a bit tell you why. I'm gonna argue we are indeed dealing with a correctional structure, and there's actually a good chance that the bottom is in right in here, and overall I am still bullish on Jasmy. Now, if you do not want to be involved in any kind of short-term price action, okay, fair enough. You can say maybe this is a solid downtrend and you should probably wait a little bit more and see, are we going to have a decent move up in order to take the major pivot high right in here about, let's say, 3.5 cents. If we do something like this, at that point, we can say the downtrend is over. Understood? Excellent. Now, let's go on H4 time frame and compare this move down to this one on the upside. Let's just take this one. Excuse me. Okay. How long is the current move in Jasmy taking? About, let's say, 440 candlesticks. On the other hand, this move on the upside took only about 190 candlesticks. So what's the message? Again, you probably know it if you are a regular viewer. In my opinion, despite having way more than enough time, bears kind of failed to pull the price all the way back down to these levels. And that's why I want to argue, you know what, maybe this is an impulse, this is a correction, and after our correction is over, or again, maybe it's over already, we are going to start some more big moves on the upside. So if you like to know what is happening in the midterm, I am definitely still bullish in here. Now let's go on our own chart, which I think was from crypto.com. Yeah. And let's zoom in more, and maybe actually it's best to go on some lower time frames. Okay, so if you remember the last time that we talked about Jasmy, we were right in here, and I was saying I don't really mind in case that we get a move down in JasmyCoin, because at that point I'm gonna say, you know what, probably we are having some sort of an A, B, C, most likely in form of a flat structure. And I was telling you, look, after this flat, what I want to see is a solid move on the upside in order to hopefully get back above this level, do a pullback, and then a continuation of the move up. And in terms of the targets for this phase, I think we talked about it in the previous video. I'm expecting from here like a 30 to 35% move on the upside in order to reach to somewhere around the 3 cents area. So for now, I'm going to stick with this scenario that suggests, you know what, maybe this is 1, this is 2, and then soon we're going to get decent move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. And again, the bare minimum target for this move is going to be taking this high about, let's say, 2.7 cents, but I think we can definitely go quite a bit higher than that. Now, it seems like that we can have in here potentially a bullish pattern, and that could be a triangle structure. Let's go on 15-minute chart. Okay, so here is the upper line for it, excuse me. There we go. And this is going to be our lower line. So is this pattern confirmed or not? The answer is, at least for now, no. Why is that? This pattern will get confirmed when we get a move up, and in that move we break the upper line, do a pullback, and then a continuation of the move up. And again, I want to be very clear, in case that we get a break of this pattern on the downside, at that point we just cannot argue this is a bearish triangle. Okay, this can only and only be a bullish pattern because the move before this pattern was on the upside. Now the question is, what happens if we get a move down and maybe we do something like this? Does this mean at that point we are going to be 100% bearish in Jasmy? No, not really. I'm going to say, as long as, again, we're not taking the lowest low down here about, let's say, 1.8 cents, we can argue this is an impulse on the upside, followed by that probably we are going to have a WXY in here. And then again, you are unfortunately going to see me saying that once more, I'm looking for a move up in Jasmy. So for now, I do not really see a whole lot to be worried about Jasmy. Everything looks great. Let's just wait a bit more and see, are we hopefully going to get a break of this pattern, which in that case, the target for it is going to be the height of this thing. Let's just put the chart on regular scale, excuse me, and measure the height of our pattern from here to about, let's say, this point, and we need to put this thing at our breaking point. There we go. That will give you somewhere around a 3 cents Jasmy coin. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Jasmy. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.